Hey guys, I'm back, and here's a rare occasion because I got two boys with me. Can you say hi, Ethan?
Hi, Ethan.
Okay, that's good enough. Aiden?
Hi.
Weird. Mail got delivered on a Sunday. Never seen that happen before, but it's Shit Hits the Fan Day. The return of the Shit Hits the Fan mystery gearbox. Shenanigans with me not updating proper billing information prevented us from getting one in December and January, but here it is for February, and I don't have my shout-out list or anything, so we'll just get right into this box. And today, we'll be opening with the Kershaw Decoy. Brand new for me, not brand new in the world, but there's a video on this that you're going to see in the next few days. You want to go play with your toys?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. I tried.
Well, at least you still got me.
I do. I always have my best buddy Aiden. But anyway, we're going to get going with this. Move the actual box out of the way, and we'll go. I got to dig to the bottom. So I should just open the box upside down and get the actual packing card out of the bottom. No, you know what? Look, it's not even at the bottom. It's like in the middle of the box this time. But kind of excited just by what's on the top. Some stuff is a little cheesy, and it looks like we've gotten it before. So, refresher for this particular box. Tato, could you eat your food any louder while I'm doing the video, buddy? And Tato says, hold my beer and watch this. We've got 3 levels of this particular subscription, Basic, Pro, and Elite. And we are unpacking the Elite box today. So, it costs us $89.99 a month. They say our MSRP, anyway, is $160.83. Tato, you're a pig. So it includes everything in the basic box, everything in the Pro box, and then, you know, the extra stuff in the Elite box. So let's just get going. So here we go. Trailblazer 9-piece camper's mess kit. The mess kit that I'm familiar with, way back to my early days in the Army, is aluminum. It's so metal, not plastic. It's got a handle that folds around and secures it all. Definitely does not say Trailblazer on it. It has nothing to do with... So, okay. Number one, I'm just mad that they're calling it a U.S. style camp mess kit. And now that I realize it, maybe I saw U.S. style and I assume they meant military. Maybe this is a U.S. style, because it is a camp mess kit. 9-piece camper's mess kit. I don't know what they mean by U.S. style and how that's different from anywhere else in the world, but got something very similar to this once in the Camp Chef box and Battle box. And I'll throw a link to that one in the description so you can check it out. It was, of course, you know, MSRP, and the Battle box one was a bit more, but you can use this as a cutting board. You can strain food with it. You know, if you're cooking and you're boiling, all sorts of stuff like that. This becomes a nice little plate for you. Aiden would like his Nerf rival flag displayed here, so we'll leave it up there. See, that's all I got to do. We have a 3-piece interlocking utensil set, which I'm pretty sure we've gotten before in Shit Hits Fan Box. Not unuseful items, but definitely the kind of stuff we've gotten before. And this is a lame, so bottle opener, dun dun dun. You'll understand that will make sense when I post another video I've already recorded. This is going up before it. But anyway, kind of a lame bottle opener, doesn't do much, but gotta eat while you're out there, right? So these things are kind of flimsy, almost disposable, but if you take care of them, they'll last you a while. That's cool. Little multiple spice shaker, so salt, pepper, paprika, whatever your big 3 are. I put garlic powder, personally, in the big section. But fill it up, and then, oh wow, the other 2 sections are really small. Bam! You fight with these little stoppers. Come on. Holy jeez. You pry it open with your teeth, and then you can shake your spices on there. Overall tray that carries everything, and again, you can use this to eat out of. Now, you can't cook in this, though, because it's all plastic. So, you know, it's just for eating. And then individual little cups. You can use these for whatever you want. I don't know if they have specific measurements. It doesn't actually say anywhere on the box what it is, but it says collapsible drinking cup. Is this a collapsible drinking cup? I don't know what the collapsible drinking cup is. Nothing in here is collapsible. Nylon cutting board strainer, collapsible drinking cup, seasoning container, super cereal bowl. So there you go. So it is almost identical to what came in the Battle box. I don't know how the quality compares, honestly. But I remember a lot of the comments on the BattleBox video were not plastic, not for me, would rather have metal. So starting off, it's not a terrible item, but I think I'm going to put it in meh because it's not a bad set to have. It's just, it's not thrilling me. It's just not thrilling me. That's all it is. It's not thrilling me. But I think $9.99 dollar value for this versus what BattleBox said the value of theirs was is pretty good. All right, so we're up for a knife already. Krieger Helden Rand cat knife for $14.99. All right, had to dig to find this one. So let's see what we've got here. Brand, never heard of. PETA's already in the box. Interesting. Is this the lock? So we've got, feels like aluminum handle. Helden Rand. Where is it made? I don't know. I'm going to have to look this up and put all sorts of text in there. It's a nice, simple design, though. And they say the value on this is $14.99. So it's a kind of a lockback, which is a lot easier than a lot of other lockbacks. Never been a fan of the little nail nick opening. I've said that over and over. Never been a fan of lockback knives, but this lock is really easy. I do like this lockback. That's pretty cool. So, you know, you can get a thumb stud on USA Knife Maker or whatever else and carry this. Very slim, lightweight. Guess we're going to need some paper and some cord. Love the finish on the blade. Feels good. I mean, it's really no resistance cutting whatsoever. And let's see. Not a bad cut. I've seen cleaner, but it cuts with almost no effort whatsoever. And this is $14.99, huh? This feels pretty good. This is going straight in the like it pile. What a great lightweight little knife. Now, complaints. What do you guys think I'm going to say is a complaint? No pocket clip. I like a pocket clip. No thumb stud, but we can add a thumb stud to it. But overall, this is I don't know, this is a cool little, decent sized, lightweight, carry this wherever you go, pack it up, takes up almost no room, little knife. What a great item. I really like this one. Now, of course, I don't know anything about the specs yet. I haven't looked it up. Could be made of complete crap materials or whatever, you know, I'll have to see. But on the outset, it feels good. I like it. So this is going to go in the like it pile. Next item up, stainless steel camping dinner tool. So camping theme, you guys seeing it? Pretty sure they're talking about this, which is, we've gotten something remarkably similar to this. And if I'm right, these sides will separate. So we've got our spoon, we've got our fork, now it is unlocked. Oh, this is, bottle opener and can opener. We've got our corkscrew. The quality of this thing is complete crap. It is falling apart. The scales are just peeling away from the rest of the knife. Yeah. We got a small blade, non-locking though. And for the life of me, this guy does not want to come out. I think this is supposed to be like an awl or a punch, but it's like completely blunt. So let's see how this does. Alright. Good job. Well done. And this side also is completely falling apart. I mean, it's like the scales are peeling away from the rest of the knife. We have seen items like this before, and the items that we've seen like this before have been much better quality. Yeah, I'm thinking put it in the don't like it pile too. I mean, it's a piece of shit. It's falling apart. I mean, right out of the package, it's falling apart. And what do they say it's worth? $2.90. Oh, $2.99. Yeah, okay. $2.90. Less than $3. Yeah, I can tell it's $2.99. Go over there, sit there. This is the kind of thing I would put in an emergency bag and expect to get one use out of. And after that one use, probably wonder if I have to throw it away. So look at that. We've got 3 items. We've got a like it, a meh, and a don't like it. One for each. That's cool. Trailblazer carabiner bungee cord for $19.99. I remember when we got this last time. This is This is a little different than the bungee cords we got last time in a Shit Hits the Fan box. So it is a standard bungee cord with your carabiner on it. Not for climbing, thanks. Plastic pieces securing the carabiner to the cord. Convenience-wise, I mean, and it's one cord, but convenience-wise, not bad. It's not a bad thing to have. It's just not what I want in this box, obviously. But you know what? Hey, Shit Hits the Fan, secure your gear, ruck up and move out. But so let's go to the map pile. I mean, 20 bucks for a bungee cord. So the bungee carabiner bungee cord for $20, $19.99. I'm gonna put it in the map pile just because, like, honestly, it's a bungee cord. It's not thrilling me. I'll go to Walmart and get a bungee cord. And it'll probably be a lot less than $20. I wonder if I missed anything really good in the December and the January box. Trailblazer Paracord Survival Fishing Pod. It's a fishing pod, folks. It's the Paracord Survival Fishing Pod for $9.99. Now, here's the problem with this little thing. I would love to open this and look at everything in it, but what happens once I do that? Now, I'm not going to be wrapping this all back up. I mean, I could wrap it all back up, but I don't want to. So we're going to have to just sort of take them at their word on what's in here. Now, what do they say comes in here? Well, we've got a fire blade on keyring. I don't exactly know what a fire blade on keyring is. Hook with line, floats, lead sinkers, swivels, fire, tinder, and flint. And then, of course, 550 cord strong metal carabiner on the end. Changed my mind. There's really only one way to know kind of what's in here and how good any of it is. So let's dig this thing out and see what's going on. And yeah, this is a simple Cobra stitch. If you've ever made a keychain in summer camp, you can put this back together. Okay, so that is done. I will put how long it actually took to totally unwrap this whole thing, you know, in the text. I don't know what speed I will have played that at to save time. Somewhere in the neighborhood of 10 to 15 times speed. But you're getting about 10 feet of cord here between the black and the green. This tape is super sticky. You got a little tiny edge on this knife. It's not very sharp, and anything that you try to cut through right now, like if we did a paper test, the paper is going to grab and stick on this sticky residue tape stuff. So it's not even worth doing it right now. But you do have a little knife, a little serrated side, straight edge side. PETA, people want to see Tato again. They've already spoken. On the carabiner, and then we open this tin foil, which looks remarkably like a package of drugs. You know, I figure too, if this is something I actually like, something I'm going to use, buy another one, but if not, who cares? I don't know what's in here, I don't want to cut right through it, but getting that tin foil open is kind of a bitch. Alright, and then we have plastic wrapped everything inside. Well, so the sinkers are these tiny little things. They weigh nothing. You would need probably all of them to get your line to actually sink and do anything. One little piece of tinder here, some string, 2 pieces of string. I guess this is a little ferro rod right here, a couple of hooks, and then, what is this, a sterile scalpel blade. Interesting. So how much do they say this is? $9.99? I don't know. You can assign your own value. I have not bought one of these little 550 cord packages of stuff before, so I'm not sure what the real worth of it is. In a survival situation, and this is all you got, I guess it's okay. I don't think it's bad. I mean, I don't think it's stuff you don't want to have, but I don't think it's great. So using this ferro rod's going to be kind of a pain. But Just want to make sure I don't have any fish hooks hanging around the kitchen floor when the boys come back in. So I'm gonna call this a meh, especially since now I have no way to organize this again. You guys, you that are avid fishermen and stuff, you tell me if that's more worth it or not. I don't know. And then finally, last in the basic box, we have a 3-pack of mini aluminum whistles for $2.99. Mini aluminum whistles. 3 of these. Yeah, they are mini aluminum whistles for $2.99. Actually, these are not bad. I'm in the house, so I'm doing them quiet, but I can tell that these have some noise to them. And super lightweight. And 3 of them for, $3. That's not bad. And I can imagine uses for these things. Plus, if you're using them to signal and you are trying to draw attention to yourself, they've got a nice reflective finish too. So if the sun is shining and everything, they just might glint a little bit. People will be attracted to the sound, maybe see you waving this thing around a little bit. I think that these kind of have a little bit of value, so I'm going to put them in the like it pile. Why not? So that is everything in the basic box. All right, so that would have cost you $20 with they say an MSRP of $16.94. Not so sure how I feel about that. We ended up with 2 items in the like it pile, 2 in the meh, and then 1 falling apart piece of crap in the don't like it pile. Let's move into the pro box. Everything we've got in the basic box plus some extra stuff. The price on this is $49.99 with an MSRP of $112.87, so all this plus all this. Secure Pro Clear Standard Pin Practice Lock, $14.98. A little while ago, we were talking about lock picking and practicing and how to do that. And somebody had mentioned getting one of these clear practice locks. What's really cool about this, if you're not familiar with it, and I'm sure a lot of people are, you can actually watch the pins move and the tumblers and everything in action. Are these all the same key? They are. So you can lock and unlock this thing, and it actually shows you how it works. Oops, sorry. And then it's got just a plain key that illustrates how your pins and tumblers, don't line up and don't work. In one of the months gone by, they had sent out a small lock-picking set with an instructional book. I think that this would have been a great item to put with that for practicing. I just really haven't messed around with it. But you know what? With this, now that I can actually see it in action and everything, I might give it a try. That's pretty cool. I like this. Because this has function. And I've heard really good things about this too. And I think that, what did they say, $19.99? $14.98. I think that's a good price for this, from what I've seen and what I've heard. So this item going straight in the like it pile. Next, we've got Trailblazer Lexan Camp Utensils and Carabiner for $6.99. So Lexan Camp Utensils, let's just say they're plastic, okay? No, the box is totally falling apart. It's interesting. So we've got, in the basic box, we've got a mess kit with actual aluminum utensils, and then in the Pro Box they are throwing in a set of plastic utensils. I don't understand why. Like, so if you'd have to have the basic box to get the Pro Box. Like, I would understand if this was in the basic box and then in the Pro Box they gave you the full mess kit with the kind of what I consider an upgrade to the utensil set, to the aluminum. This is why. This is a space filler item as far as I'm concerned. This is why? Just why? Just somebody tell me why. So I'm going to put this in the don't like it pile because I figure it's a waste of an item at this point. If it was all on its own in the basic box, that'd be one thing. But we already got the whole mess kit, and now they're going to throw this in here. It's just like, hey, here's another item. So no. But your opinion may differ. It's okay. M48 Combat Boot Knife and Shoulder Harness. Let's hold on a second. Stick with me here. Combat Boot Knife and Shoulder Harness. What parts of those don't really seem like they should go together? Combat boot knife and shoulder harness. $12.99. Anyway, boot knife. Call me crazy. It's supposed to go in the boot, right? But we have United Cutlery M48 combat toothpick with a covert shoulder harness. Nowhere on this does it say it is a boot knife. So we have talked so many different times about the legalities of different knives and things like that. Double-edged daggers like this being illegal to carry in many, many places. Now, is it at all a boot knife? Living room. I'll see him in a minute. Is it at all a boot knife if it gives you nothing to connect it and carry it in a boot, first of all? So why? I don't understand. Like, does the person that writes this card even know what is in the box? So they give you a covert shoulder harness to carry a knife that is very possibly illegal to carry in several places, and they're telling you it should be a concealed weapon. Like, you're supposed to covert, secret, concealed, right? So carry this concealed weapon on you. Besides, if I'm putting anything in a shoulder harness, it's going to be my XD, right? It's not going to be a knife. I'm not going to pull this out and be like, no, knife in my pocket, gun in a holster. What? Yeah. But let's look at the knife itself. So in the covert shoulder harness, at least it's got a nice plastic insert. So nylon, right? But rigid plastic insert holds it nice and firm. Looks like it carries it nice and secure. A little loose, but not too bad. I'm not going to put this thing on. I am not going to try it. I just don't care. I really don't care that much enough about a covert shoulder harness for a knife. There are so many ways to carry a knife that make more practical sense to me than this. But it also has the harness, looks like, or the sheath rather, looks like you can disconnect it if you want to. And now you've got just a standard knife that you can put on a belt. Maybe sling it some other way too. The knife itself, not bottom of the barrel steel. It is made in China, but rubberized grip. I couldn't tell you if this is full tang or what. I'll look it up. I'll see if I can find out. If I can, I can. If not, if they don't list it. If they don't list it, that's telling. If they don't list it that it is a full tang knife, it's probably either a rat tail or they just don't want you to know. Don't want you to ask. It's probably really crappy. The guard here is made of plastic. Weight is pretty good though overall. I don't like these dagger styles because they're just not that practical for stuff. But well, I got excited for a minute. I found like the one sweet spot on the blade to cut with. Now, I've heard somebody say that knives from China are supposed to come not sharp because of a legal issue shipping sharp knives from China, and that is utterly ridiculous. It's one of the stupidest things I've ever heard, because how many knives from China have I gotten on this channel that have been sharp right out of the box? This is just a... This is a tactical knife. That's what this is. This is not a legit... Oh, God, really? Yeah. Sloppy, messy cut, and way too much effort. I mean, if you were going to sharpen this and carry it, fine, but this to me is... This is a show knife. This is a, I want you to see how badass my knife is, not a, I'm going to carry this for any practical purpose or I actually know how to use a knife. This is going in the don't like it pile. Straight in the don't like it pile. $12.99. I'm sure I could see that being sold for $12.99. I'm sure it is also in some bargain basement place for like $5.99 somewhere. Just, I don't like that knife at all. Moving on. Another knife. Amazon Jungle Survivor Spearhead. I am getting really sick, guys, honestly, of all these survival spearheads. The whole idea of a survival knife, knives are made so that you can make them into spears. Like, they have ways to do it. There are techniques. Alright, but anyway, survival spearhead with fire starter for $9.98. Amazon Jungle Survivor. The hunter becomes the hunted. Wait, what? The hunter becomes the hunted? Is that what you want your message to be? I don't. I mean, I'm sorry. It just strikes me as odd. I would think that you want the person using your knife to feel like they are now in power. They were hunted and now they are the hunter. This to me, this. Oh, where is this made? Oh, why am I not surprised? Oh, wow. Okay, sure. So, here's some basic specs on it, which is cool. All I got to do is figure out what the weight is now. Yes, it is spear, but at least they're not trying to tell you should be carrying around off in the wilderness your broom handle. That's a pretty thick. That would be a pretty thick branch you put in there too. I mean, it would have to be pretty sturdy, but I'm also imagining pretty heavy. So the sheath has a remarkably small belt loop for something like this, and it's just a nylon sheath. I don't know if it's rigid just because the knife's in it, or there's rigidity to it. We'll find out. Nope, it's just rigid because of the knife. It actually is a pretty nice coating. It has no actual handle to speak of, so I mean it's this. So theoretically, yes, you could use it as a knife. Maybe I don't know, see if it was a little thinner. I would say wrap some 550 cord around it, give yourself a real handle to work with. What I'd be concerned about is, if you're using this to chop and slash, any kind of shock to this is going to be transferred straight through the metal into your wrist, and those of you who have experienced something like that, you know what I'm talking about. There's no buffer, there's no material, it's just one big old piece of metal, which does have its advantages too. But when we looked just a little while ago at my Ontario 499, the standard Air Force survival knife, it is made to be lashed to a stick to become a spear. We don't need this. This is, and if this was your spear, it's automatically off center also. Really, if you look at the blade, isn't it more of like a pike than a spear? Isn't this more of like a slashing weapon than yeah, it'll stab. I don't know. Maybe I'm overanalyzing now. Do you remember what it said on the box? 1045 HC. Did I misread the box? 1065 high carbon steel. So we have no idea what this thing is made of. We have no clue what kind of metal this actually is made of. Not a clue. The handle's not uncomfortable. I like that it's got a nice wide grip to it. I wish the blade was centered. Weight is actually pretty good. Like if you had to do some chopping kind of tasks, it feels like it would be good for it. I could imagine this being a useful knife. If you're lost in the wilderness, this will get you through. It's just, I've seen much more practical, useful knife designs than this. For something this design, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. What do you think of this one? Ugh.
That is giant, but the blade is horrible.
The blade is kind of lame. Not great cutting the cord. I'll say that. And I'm kind of torn on this because I feel like it's got some use in it, but I'm not happy with the item. So I don't know. And then you've got a little tiny ferro rod to use with it, which we're not going to test right now. So I'm thinking I'm going to put this in the map pile because, as much as I don't like it, I feel like, yeah, you could have a realistic, legitimate, practical application for it. I just think there's much better out there to do what you want this thing to do. Okay, so we've got one last item in the Pro Box, the Reptile Tools FUBAR Multi-Purpose 700-Pound Test Strap. We got this once before in a Battle Box too. I said I was going to give it to my friend who's a SEER instructor for his analysis of it to use it, and the response I got was, bro, you're never getting this back. Which I think means, SEER, by the way, is the Air Force's Survival, Evasion, Resistance, and Escape. It's survival school. So if one of those instructors says, bro, you're never getting this back, I have a feeling it means it's good stuff. I've heard really good things about it. You can split this, you can separate it. See how it's like woven? 700-pound test. I've actually heard really good stuff about this. Comes with a little utility buckle that you can use for whenever you're crafting, your stuff out of this. So that works. You've got some little wax pieces to help your needles get in and out of whatever you're working with. It's wide enough for you to put the entire strip in there at once, or like I said, you can cut this down and use it kind of one strand at a time if you wanted to. I am so happy I have another one of my own that I can mess with now. So this is going in the like it pile. I am going to really enjoy messing around with this and seeing what I can do with it. So that makes me happy. And that is $6.99, which I think is a lower value than what the Battle Box kind of said they cost them, what their MSRP was. So we're going in the like it pile for this. So there's your Pro Box. We already talked about the prices. Let's move into the Elite. So like I said, $89.99, retail of $160.83. And the first thing is, oh my God, this is the fourth time we've gotten the Wise 3-pack variety food. At least this time they didn't put it directly under the shipping label to get sliced up as we opened it. I've talked about how I feel about dehydrated food versus MREs and stuff like that. Wise is not bad. I mean, I've eaten them. I've tasted them. They're not bad. They're not good. They just are. You need to survive. It's food. Here you go. I've got these. They're in the map pile, though, because I've gotten the same item now 3 or 4 times. I'd like something else that's more exciting, and quite frankly, I like other food options. The whole thing is, you know, with dehydrated food, it implies, and I've said this before, I'll say it again, it implies you have a water source to use it. This stuff is absolutely useless if you have no water, if you don't have clean water to make it with. So that's a whole nother kind of video to get into, but there it is. Secure Pro Jackknife Lockpick Set for $19.98. Now I saw this in the beginning and I was excited. I thought maybe it was another knife, but it is a lockpick set, I guess. So you open this little bad boy up and you've got various picks, and you can screw them down to, you know, get the one you want. And then I forgot all the terminology, guys. I apologize. I kind of looked it up once before and I forgot that what you call this bar that you actually use to try to turn the lock, and then the picks that you use to manipulate the tumblers and the barrels and everything. But this is kind of cool that it goes with this. This looks much sturdier than some of the other one that they sent out once upon a time, actually. And I would love to put 2 and 2 together here and learn how to actually do this thing. Plus the other one, you know, it was like a little mini booklet of these picks and everything, and they easily fell out and got lost. And it looks like this keeps everything kind of nice and contained, and then you can lock it up and carry it around somewhere, put it on a keychain, whatever. Now, I don't know what the going rate of this stuff is, so is this worth $20 or not? Honestly, I don't know. I'd love to hear from, again, folks with experience. But this is going in the like it pile because I can definitely use it with that and maybe learn how to pick locks, because I said once before, my only lock picking experience is playing Fallout with bobby pin. So there you go. The last item, the Trailblazer 2-wick emergency candle and matches for $4.99. Something else that we had gotten before, but something else that is practical and I have field tested and I know actually works. So like I said last time I looked at this, the reason I like this is a lot of places will give you an emergency candle and say like, hey, here's your emergency candle. The simple thought of putting emergency matches on top is awesome, because you don't often find the ability to light the candle packed up with the candle. And this candle does burn pretty well. It gives you light, it gives you a little bit of heat, and it's, you know, $4.99. I know you can find it cheaper. I know you can, but it's actually a good quality item that works. That's the thing. It works, and it's lightweight and it's small, so it's going to like a pile. So that is the box. So let's do the wrap up. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 items in the like it pile. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 items in the meh. And we've got 1, 2, 3 items in the don't like it pile. And actually that's not a bad ratio for Shit Hits the Fan box. Now, I know we can have the age-old debate over what is the value of the box actually and all this stuff. You know, debate away if you want. I'm just glad that we're back on the Shit Hits the Fan box train. I know a lot of you guys enjoyed seeing it and kind of wondered why it suddenly stopped. So there it is. Now, with the matte items, you know, just to reiterate, the matte items doesn't mean I'm going to throw them away or anything. The matte items means not thrilling. I think I can do better than these. You know, it's just I don't think that they are the best quality items we could have, but they're not bad items. They're not bad items at all. Whereas the don't like it pile, I think they are bad items. I just think they're bad items. I'm like, don't want them in the box. Period. Dot. So anyway, guys, this kind of throws off my upload schedule that I had planned for the week. But I know, like I said, a lot of people are excited to get back to this box. So this is going to go up on Monday. Look, could be worse. At least I didn't automatically cancel my subscription because I didn't like every item in the box, right? Yeah. All right, so as always, you know, I appreciate every single one of you. Looking forward to hearing what you guys think about this month and what's in the box. You guys are all absolutely awesome, and I will be back again real soon.